I thought we were a lot better than we were on Thursday. I thought we played a playoff type of game. We didn't give them much, especially through the first two, and I think we just stayed patient. And when we got our chances off their turnovers, we capitalized on them. But I thought it was just a simple, smart game.
How big was your goal just to make it a 2-goal cushion right before the intermission?
Yeah, that was nice. I thought. Since the break, I've had some really good looks, and they just haven't really been going in. But it was nice to see that one go in, and give ourselves just a little bit of breathing room.
It only comes once a year, but how fun was Kids Day before the game, being on the ice with all the guys and the kids?
Yeah, it's a nice touch that the organization does. It's the little things, right? Just kind of special moment for everyone's families, and just thought it was another good job by them.
You've been playing with
surprised that Lombo took the curtain call.
No. He actually talked to him on the first draw, and he said he might have to do it. And so when they were cheering, he was sitting on the bench. I was like, he's got to come out on the ice, and then he finally did. It was probably the loudest one I've heard of the guys that have come back. And he was a fan favorite here, a locker room favorite, and just an awesome guy.
You've been playing on the line with Mackey for a little bit. Seems to be heating up now. Just what's been standing out about the way he's been playing, just how he's progressed this season?
Just using his speed. He's not, trying anything special. He's playing a simple game, and when the chances are there, he's capitalizing on them. He's got a great shot. He can, fly like the wind, and just not trying too much. He's playing the right way. He's playing, Panther hockey, and he's fit in seamlessly.
Thanks, Roddy.
He was able to really control this game from the very start.
Yeah, no, that was great. I mean, I thought we played a full 60 there. Everyone was just playing as hard as they can, and I think we just did what we wanted to do. We executed and stuck to the game plan, and we can smile about it now.
How hard was it early on not to get frustrated? Obviously, what are a lot of these saves when you guys finally broke through and then held on?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, they're a good team over there. He's a good goalie, so you just have to stick with it. Can't get too frustrated. Not too high, not too low. And I thought we did a good job of that. Good job getting to him, getting to the net, and we got rewarded a couple times there.
How about with pregame with all the guys out there and the kids?
Oh, that was so fun. Yeah, I think everyone was super happy that we did that again, and it's just so special having our kids out on the ice, and get to smile about it too.
Could you get a boost before the game?
Oh, for sure. My arms were killing me. I was like, I needed a couple minutes to, get some strength back there. But no, that was fun. Yeah, definitely gave us a boost, I think.
Certainly a long anthem. Good anthem.
Yeah, double anthem there. Yeah, that was tough for sure. But no, just so fun being able to hold the little ones and, have them on the ice with me.
Did you think your goal kind of was how you had to play? I mean, you chopped that at 3 different times. I mean, that was just how you were going to have to beat him today, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just saw the puck there and he was whacking at it and, got lucky that it went in. So, I'll take it.
And just, you guys have won 8 out of 10. You got Tampa coming in. They're on a heater. Just a little bit about what's next.
I think for us, it's just about focusing on our game and our game plan. Obviously teams are going to come in, play us hard. Teams got their own stuff going on, but, for us, we're just going to focus on this room and, winning games. So we're going to have some fun here.
What have you liked about your guys' game over the stretch?
I think just, everyone's just buying in and, playing hard and executing what we talk about every day, what we practice, what we work on. And, I think that's how we have success as a group, and we all know that. So, everyone's just been fighting for that, that tough game that we play.
And I know it almost feels expected at this point, but just the way Bob was able to shut things down for you guys.
Oh my God, I love Bob. He's incredible. He's just a brick wall back there. I love it. He's fun to watch. He's a superstar. He holds the fort down for us. So, we always just try to do our best to, fight for him in front of, in the ice in front of him, and he does his job back there. So, he's so great for us.
Thank you so much.
I thought the whole team performance was fantastic. Second period, we probably, if not their goalie, we would score with 5 or 6 goals. So it was an incredible performance by our guys, and it was just a fun game.
Just how fun was pregame with all the kids out there?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, great to have kids there, and it's cool.
Looking at this game kind of the break defensively, you guys really haven't given up much. You guys feel like you guys are kind of hitting your stride defensively at the right time of year?
Yeah, I feel like we play solid game. We play solid hockey all all over the ice, you know, in D zone, neutral zone, offensive. So it's yeah, things coming together. We're excited, but again, it's one game at a time, one shift at a time.
We know Ryan Lomberg was a big personality in this room for a couple of years. It's how nice was to see him get that kind of welcome from the fans.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and he's deserved it. So it's fun to see.
A little tough out there for you today. I mean, obviously the game is played on one side of the ice for much of it.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, like it's sometimes it's not easy to keep the focus, but again, so you there and you're trying to stay with the moment, stay with the game. So, and guys played unbelievable, and it's fun to watch.
Along those lines, how do you? You've obviously had to deal with it a lot of times, but how do you stay sharp when you don't see a puck for 10 minutes or whatever?
Yeah, I'm just trying to again stay with the moment. You know, see like be like not wonder, just like be here, be in the moment, and in this place, and see what's going on. You know what happened. So read the game and be alert.
When did you realize you were in a goaltender's battle? The way the save that he was making, you're like, I'm going to have to put up the plywood here.
Yeah, no, he played unbelievable. I don't think it was a bottle. I thought he's just stood on his head, and I just take a shot out because of the guys, you know.
Thanks.
In a little bit, you got Tampa coming in.
Well, I thought through two we were really good. I understand that when you got a 2-goal lead, you know what? It was a good game. We played well and well enough straight through. Here I was never introduced a negative. We played a hell of a game today. Our gap was good. And they played hard and they battled on pucks, and they're in a playoff fight. So they played well. It was a good game to be good in, and you needed to be.
When you guys came back from the break, you said that your depth was really going to get tested without Matthew Tkachuk in the lineup. Now the past two games, you've gotten goals from your fourth line, bottom pair defensemen, a couple of young guys. I mean, what do you think of how they've handled it so far?
It was very, very well. This block after the break, and it's a little bit unusual this year because there's so many teams in the playoffs, certainly in the East. It's going to be playoff kind of game, so it's not necessarily going to be the Barkovs putting it in every night. It's a puck around the net. It's kind of the hard goals that so teams will check each other. The guys who don't necessarily put up a lot of points will become critical for everybody.
Paul, to that end, you've had 12 goals since the break, and they've come from 11 different guys.
Yeah.
And it has been the Barkov, the Reinhardts, and obviously not Matthew. How important is that everybody's gotten a feel of what it's going to take?
Yeah, I mean, you want as much confidence as you can build in your room, and winning games is great. It's the first most important confidence builder, but you want the other guys going on the ice, having felt something good has happened to them recently, right? They're not on a long tear where nothing's going for them. They feel snake bit. So spread it around as much as we possibly can.
What did you think of Mr. Lomberg's last?
That was wonderful. You know what? We don't live in that idea of winning the Stanley Cup. So the last time I saw something on a program prepping for our last game because it was Edmonton, and then you're standing behind the bench the next time you see a guy lift the Stanley Cup, and you just haven't seen it that much. So you get a big smile on your face because you remember that, and then happy to have him back. He was really important to our team and to building the fan base here, being a guy that people identified with, and then the big smile, right? He's got this big smile on his face. Yeah, he was great for us.
And the curtain call, skating out the center.
Well, he was grabbing a Sharpie there. I thought he was going to go sign a few. But he had a connection with these fans for sure, and it was well earned.
And looking at you in the second when Rodrigues scores that goal, after all the things that went on in that second, you just dominate that period, and it's 1-0.
Right.
Just how relieved was it to make it 2-0 going into the
I felt it was right. Like if we had, I mean, even if in a game like that they come back and bang a couple in on you and you lose the game 2-1, if our third period would have looked like the first two, you would say that you just walk away from the game. He made some great saves, got a couple that just we weren't very fortunate around the net on a couple, but our game was right tonight, so we'll take it for what it was and move on.
You've told us many times that you are not a goaltending expert.
I am not.
Sergei does not see the puck for very long stretches, and we've seen him do this a number of times, and he somehow stays sharp when he has nothing going on at his end of the ice.
Yeah.
Is there a trick to that, or is that just Sergei?
No, it's more I wouldn't use the word trick. There's experience and professionalism that goes to that. So when you have a goalie, and we'll say in general terms, that goes long stretches, you do get that bad feeling behind the bench. It's going to be a break, but I don't with Sergei. because he's had some time over it. Not the last 2.5 years, but the last 2 years where there hasn't been action at times. A pretty good back end there and pretty well disciplined defensive team. It takes some mental toughness, but you got to work hard to stay sharp when nothing's going on, and he does that incredibly well.
And Tampa Bay won. I don't know if you noticed, but the 8 straight wins Monday night
Yeah.
here in the barn. That should be
Some
a fun
good action in that one for sure. Both teams pretty rested, and there's a hard push at the top of our division.
Mackie Samoskevich has 2 goals since the break and another one that.
2.5, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think of his play so far since he's gotten back from the break and he's on this new line?
I thought he was really good for about a month before the break. I think he's been good since the break, but his best hockey actually came slightly before that. He and Sam Bennett have some really good chemistry together. They work very well together. So I'm happy with where his game's at.
Obviously, guys miss a lot of family time throughout the year, but
That was awesome.
How nice is that to kind of bring the families into the action for a little bit there?
You know, I like that one for the fans to see, and Lusty got chirped on the bench because he didn't bring his kid, but it might be a little early for that. But we got a whole bunch of babies on our team now, some older kids too with Coolies and Evans, but we got a lot of babies, and it's nice to see kind of the family growing.
Paul, I'm not asking this to be flippant, but it seems like even going back to conversations had last year, anytime there's a goalie interference call, it just seems like there's one side of the ice that's completely befuddled by what has just transpired. Is there clarity as to what the line is?
I think there is. I think it's actually stronger now. I thought it was fairly loose. And you go back to a goalie interference call on Connor Hellebuck, Winnipeg early in the year, where I would have thought that was goalie interference. That was almost the last one in some ways of confusion. I think the standard's a little tighter right now on what you can get away with a goalie, and I'm fine with that.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss.